Okay, one thing that I forgot to mention in my other video, so you don't get to just use green. However, I used the green to make it a little bit quicker on here. You guys, the reason why we have green, orange, purple is because those are secondary colors. You are only going to be able to use primary colors. So to mix green, how do you mix green?
Yellow and blue.
Yellow and blue. So you will get yellow, blue. You will also get the opposite of those colors. So opposite of green is, so the complementary is red to make it darker. Then you will also get white. So you will get 4 colors. So you'll get the color that you want to mix. So blue and yellow make green. You will get the opposite of green, which is red, and then you get the white, which will make it light. You can tell that I did the lighter two. Now I'm going to do the darker two. So I started to mix that already. I took red, started to mix it to neutralize it. Neutralize means make it not as bright, to darken it up. Okay? So when you mix a complementary color with the complementary pair, so these two are pairs, red and green, the Christmas colors. When you mix them together, they start to make like a brown, and then they make it darker, so that way it will start to neutralize. Neutralize means to make it not as bright. So I'm going to use that on here. We are not using black. We are using we are just using the complementary pair. If it's too dark, you can also just go back and add green on top to make it not as dark or not as like brown, if that makes sense. So you're gonna fill that section up with that color. I have not used black at all, but I have made a darker version of that brown or of that green by just using what we call color theory, which is using the complementary colors. Okay, then you're gonna do the same thing again. I will try not to mix with your brush because you tend to get it too crazy and it's just too hard to clean. So I'm gonna take that red, I'm gonna mix it more in with that green until I get a darker color. You may not be able to tell how dark it is until you put it on your paper. So sometimes I have to use my brush, get it on my brush, put it on my paper, and see if it's even darker. If it's a good dark color, then you're going to use that. I feel like it needs a little bit more green, a little bit less red. And you're going to fill in your last square. You should be able to tell the difference between these two. If you cannot, you may have to go back and lighten this one up. So you may have to repaint it so that it is lighter than what you have done before. So that's probably this one's probably too dark. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean out my brush. I'm gonna go in with some just lighter version of what I did, and I'm gonna go over that. You have to be between these two colors, so you should find the happy medium between those two. So when you're done, it should look something like that. So from light to dark. Does that make sense? So you're gonna do a lot of mixing because you have to mix your color. So you'll mix yellow and blue to make green. Then you're gonna mix green 4 different times to make 2 light colors and 2 dark colors. So these will be called tints, and these are called shades. So you're making 2 tints and 2 shades. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Any questions?